So we just talked about, this having far too much angle.
Yep.
And we've got numbers because we 3D, we've got all that kind of stuff. So we know it's about 40 degrees, okay? So in other words, we're going to stand you up a bit straighter this way. The handle won't actually, in your hands and arms, won't go in from your shoulders.
Yep.
It'll actually hang down. But the difference is the handle will come up to about here, and these will hang down from shoulders, and your shoulders will be up a lot taller, and your head will be up a lot taller.
Yep.
Okay? From this angle, I'm not going to ask you to turn yourself out, okay, with short stuff. You're going to line up quite square.
Yep.
We'll open the face, but I'll get to that later. So in actual fact, you've set up a little bit better here than you have with the full swing.
Yep.
It's what happens from here that's interesting. Okay? So when we start to then work, we'll start to see everything. Body shape's good because you've still got your pressure on your left foot. Okay, and this is why the longer short stuff, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So the 60, 70 yard stuff is going to work a lot better than the stuff that we ask you to hit
Yep.
from closer range, because you won't be able to match it up.
Yep.
You haven't got enough time. So we still see that first move. That going forward.
Yep.
Then as soon as that happens, it projects your hands and arms outward that way.
Yeah.
And that's where the socket
where- yeah.
that's where the socket comes from, yeah. But we still see, as you come down to impact, your femur pointing back and the top half going that way. And as I said, we will end up looking more extended in that whole left side, that left chain,
Yeah.
and then your top half looking that way.
This just looks wide.
Yeah, look, if you're a fly on the wall, I've seen worse.
Yeah.
I've seen a hell of a lot worse. So when I start to look at then, and we bring some elite players into it, and this is a full swing. So you can see how extended their left leg is.
Yep.
And they're still back this way, yeah? Now the only reason I bring Tyler up is because he was very similar to you. If you watch what he does from now on in to the finish, you can start to see the remnants of pretty much what you had. Okay? And you can see his leg go backwards.
Yep.
His left leg goes backwards and this goes forwards. Okay? So that's the only reason I bring Tyler up. And Tyler's 6'3" and 105. He's a big human being. And a really good ball striker, but he's had some issues. And I've only been working with Tyler for a little while. He leaves tomorrow. He's from Tennessee, so he leaves tomorrow to play a 3-day Pro-Am before he then goes back and tries to pre-qual for some web.com stuff and things like that. Okay, so you get the gist of where we're going. So this stuff is going to be really important, how your body works and why it works that way. And you can see you're absolutely scared stiff, and that's why the body stops, because your left hip goes backwards and your arms extend, and then your shoulder basically pops out because this is pulling everything that way.
Yeah.
Okay, rather than the body pushing it up and you not doing anything with your hands and arms at all. Okay, does that make sense?
Yep.